Happy Wednesday, Stone Unit. We had an amazing time last night at training, and I just wanted to leave you a video today to really tell you something really important that definitely was a game changer this time 17 years ago. And it was funny, and how this whole thing was provoked was I was talking to Christy Harvey the other day, and just about, wow, like there's an excitement that I just love. There's a little bit, there's a hustle that just enters me even more this time of year, because it was this time of year 17 years ago that I started Mary Kay. And you know, my intentions were very different. It wasn't to have a career. You guys know my story. But what I did that was very different. It was funny. I was talking to Christy, and she's like, Emily, I've never really heard you say that. I've never heard you explain that. She's like, you need to tell everyone that. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And so I did that last night at our meeting. And so we had different units that were represented there. And I wanted everyone to hear kind of my strategy of what I did this time of year, and then how it switched after the first week of December. So here's the thing. If there's a time that you hustle, if there's a time that you truly dig in and understand, if you are to hustle and get in front of people to do something as crazy as a wish list, these next 3 weeks, you have 3 weeks. 3 weeks to do this, the holiday wish list. And I know I left a video, I guess it was last week, of how to get a wish list. I'm going to give you even more details about it and what I did in the very, very beginning when I didn't know anything. You have to realize when I started. So I want to give you hope. If some of you are brand new and know nothing, you're exactly where you need to be. Because when I started, I didn't know anything about the product. All I knew was the product I was currently using. The skincare, the foundation, the color. That's what I was using. So if somebody was like, Emily, match my foundation, I would have been like, yeah, I can't do that. I had no training when I started. Zero. I remember Pam said, Emily, if you want to do facials, you want to start the business, you want to start training in January. So literally, put that in the back of my brain. Okay, I'm selling for Christmas. I wanted furniture. The goal was furniture. I wanted furniture. The goal was furniture. The goal was furniture. So that's my first question. Do you know what the goal is? What do you want by December 31st? Is it crystal clear? What is it? What are you going to do with your money for the next 6 weeks? What are you going to do with it? If it's not crystal clear, if you don't have a burning passion, because I knew if I didn't get the furniture through Mary Kay, I wouldn't get no furniture. And I didn't want to settle for that. Is that maybe what's happened? Have you settled? Have you? So I challenge you to reignite. What was the passion when you started Mary Kay? But most importantly, what is your passion now for the next 6 weeks? Is it just so your Mary Kay can pay for your Christmas and it doesn't come out of your paycheck? Is it because you want to take your family somewhere? Is it because, you know, I don't know, but you've got to be crystal clear on that, because it's got to make you smile and love people and hustle all at the same time. Even when they don't respond in the way that you wish they would respond, okay? We can't control how people respond. I can't control how I respond and how I present things. That's the only thing I can do. And so that was crystal clear always. I always knew why I was doing this. I wasn't doing it because I just had too much time on my hands. No. I wasn't doing it because I just wanted to try to sell something. No. I wanted some furniture. Period. I wanted some furniture. That was it. So I hope I've reunited or sparked. What is it in the next 6 weeks? What's the victory that you want to be like, woohoo! I finished. What is your finish? Not just of in December 31st. What's your finish that you want to be excited about? And so what happened to me was something that I did not predict, that I really didn't even understand would truly happen in my heart. Is when I started talking to people. I started talking to women at first. I sold to men, but I started speaking to women first about wish lists. What happened to me that I really didn't think would ever happen, that I didn't predict would happen? Because I was a mess when I started. Yeah, I was all kinds of yuck inside, especially about women. What happened is I actually started falling in love with the women I was sitting with when I started asking them some questions. And I actually took it on me. I took it as a responsibility that I wanted to make her smile on Christmas morning. And that shocked me, because I never really thought I would have had that desire at all. So let me give you a little bit. I'm going to just kind of act and do what I did. And I did this last night, and to show the girls, so I wanted to show you. So what I did, I went back to work. Your number one place where you start getting wish lists are people that you are around already in your space. So if you go to work, you do it with the people you work with. If you're getting ready to go, right now we're on basketball bleachers now. Basketball season started. So the women on basketball bleachers. If it's the women at your church, if it's the women in a certain little dance group that you're around, if it's your family, you're going to see your family next week, Thursday and Thursday. You're going to see them. Whether you want to or not, they're coming over, they're eating your food, and they're going to sit there and watch you cook it and clean up while they just sit, right? Or is that just my family? Just kidding. No, I'm not. That's usually what happens. And so start with the people that you've got the closest relationship with, because it will spark you. It will do something to you. So let's say, okay, so, you know, because the funny thing is, one of the biggest things that kind of made me nervous was when I became a beauty consultant, I literally walked into work and I'm like, how am I going to tell these people I'm a Mary Kay consultant? Because yesterday I wasn't and today I am. What are they going to think I know? Because when I left at 5 o'clock yesterday, I knew nothing about Mary Kay, and now I'm walking in saying I know everything about Mary Kay. So I didn't claim to know everything. So you know me, I always have to keep it fun because I enjoy that part of it. And so I would go, and I'll never forget where I started and who I started with. I will never forget it. And the funny thing is, she was my very first, she ended up being my very first team member. And she's still with me 17 years later in my unit. That's incredible. So I went and I sat down at her desk and I went to her office and I knocked. And I came in. I said, girl, I got to sit with you. And she's thinking we're going to talk about work, social work, caseload, dear Lord, a plan that needed to be written. And I said, so I've got some big news. I said, here it is. I said, this Christmas, I'm committed to taking care of you. And I said, I'm committed to seeing you smile on Christmas morning. And I said, so I'm going to be saving a lot of marriages this year. And I said, and so you're one of them. Or, you know, I want to see you smile on Christmas morning. And I said, you know, I know the look that we often get when we open up and we're like, oh my gosh, I've already have one of these. Or, oh my gosh, how can I secretly return this without him even knowing? I said, so I'm committed to making you smile on December 25th. And most of the time, so what I am, I'm just kind of a little pink elf for the next 6 weeks. That's literally all I am for the next 6 weeks. I'm a little pink elf. So here's the thing. I have a little list here. So if I were just to ask you a few questions, and then we're going to forget we ever had this conversation. If I were to ask you a few questions of what is truly going to make you smile on Christmas morning. Like, would you like to get something that made your hands soft under the tree? Something to make your lips soft and kissable? Would you like something for your face, moisturizer kind of thing? Or would you like more body? So would you like something for to make your hands and lips soft? Yeah, okay. So I'm talking to her and writing on this lip, satin hands, satin lips. I'm not even explaining to her what it is, okay? I said, how about some bath and body things? Anything to make you smell good, you know, like Victoria's Secret, okay? Then I'm writing the hydrating lotion and the body lotion. Okay, you know that little set. Okay, any kind of color, anything, you know, that you think you would like. So I could do the new winter line for the Morocco, whatever kind of thing. And I said, or, you know, a gift certificate is fabulous, isn't it? Because then it's just whatever we need, right? Okay, and then, so that's the last thing I left. So a gift certificate is always fabulous because then you spend it on whatever you want, right? Okay. Well, I was just checking in on you because I want you to smile because I know what you do here at this job and I know what you do in your home. Girl, I hear you complain about it all the time. I said, so I'm working hard. I am your pink elf and I'm working really hard for you. So let's talk about your Santa. So I know your hub. Okay. So his name. Okay. So Keith, da-da-da. Okay. Here, I just need you to jot down his number or you write his number, whatever you want. Okay. What about your mama? I know she always buys for you. Okay. Your sister, who else needs? I'm getting 3 because at the bottom of this list, I know this is backwards. It says Santa's. I'm getting them. I said, okay. So you'd be totally surprised, but I'm going to work my heart. I'm committed that you smile on Christmas morning because you are beautiful inside and out. And then that was it. And then I said, so we're forgetting this conversation now. Okay, on to work. Okay, so it's a 3-minute conversation. Before I left, and I did tell the girls this too. Before I left, I said, just so you know, I'm doing this little crazy little contest that when I collect 50 of these, I'm going to be doing a drawing where you're going to be able to pick anything off this list and you're going to get it absolutely for free when I collect 50. I know, I'm excited. So, woohoo, 49 to go. Okay, so, girl, who are you closest to in this room, in this building? Who are you closest to that needs a smile on Christmas? And so I have her give me a list of 2 to 3 people because the people she's closest to may not be the ones I'm closest to. So then what I do is I go to them. I just sat with Allison, and this is what we did. And I do the same thing. This year, I'm committed to making you smile. I'm totally committed to this. You need to forget we've had this conversation. So you need to rewind this video and hear what I said the first time and write it down. And that's what I keep saying. After the 5th time of saying it, it will come right out. But the important part is before you leave, I'm having a little contest to collect 50 of these. So who are you the closest to in this building? Okay. So it kind of sends me through her referrals, but then I know who I'm so close to that I sit and have this with. This literally takes 3 to 5 minutes at the most. So when I was in a break room and we would have lunch, you know, at work we kind of have a certain group you sit with at lunch, or, you know, they come to your the conference table and there'd be 8. I would do all 8 at the same time. I'd have 8 little sheets. I didn't just hand them out. When they were with me, I would say, okay, girls, would it just kill you if you got something for your hands or got something from your lips for Christmas? Would that be absolutely torture? And I would say the same thing. Hey, I want you to smile. I said, believe me, I'm saving some marriages. I'm excited about this Christmas. And I tease them. And who's doing this for me this year to call Wayne? Have fun with it, you guys. Have fun with it. And I just start filling them out. And then you can hand them the bottom to fill out their Santas. You give your mom, your sister, your husband. Those 3 are given on there. Your grandmother. Those 3 are given on. I say, who buys you gifts? Who normally do you give to? Because then they give you gifts back. It might be your aunt. It might be your mom. Whoever it is, I need 3. I need 3 Santas, okay? So I'm doing that. Now, if you have a friend or a helper who's very supportive and she can be coached and she could start to do that on her own, then send her with 10. And let her collect them when she goes to dance class and she's sitting there while her daughter dances. Really, why not? What do you have to lose with that? Okay, so this is the thing. Why this was instrumental. I did this for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, because after the 7th of December, things change and we don't work off a wish list like that as much. We just don't. Things will change. Our strategy will change. So it's important, you know, you've got a 3-week window to do this. So you got to put yourself out there, because this is what I found out. Then I had a stack of literally, I probably have 50 of these. I kid you not. Just know that every wish list is a $100 bill. Like, I just envisioned that. So this is the first thing. We had them doing last night. How many wish lists are you committed to? Okay, because that's a $100 bill. At least. Because even if the first one purchases everything, I'm going to give you the script, December 1, of what you're saying to these calls. You have to trust me when you're writing. Always satin hands, satin lips. So the script I gave you is important. And then the last thing you always mention is gift certificate. Rewind this. Play it so it will come out of your mouth. Because how you're going, so I will get her everything on this wish list, and then the other Santas will give like some sort of a gift certificate. So that's why you're covering every basis. Oh my gosh, more than $100 per wish list. Guys, that's how I did $10,000 in a 6-week period. $10,000 retail doesn't happen by, I didn't call 100 people and they did 100 each. Like, are you with me on that? Like, this is a big deal. So 50 different wish lists. That's pretty cool. I kid you not. 50 different wish lists set you up for December. December 1st, write that on your date book. I will be doing a live training. We will be doing it. It's like a little miniature workshop of what to say when you call all these wish lists. There is strategy here. This is your business. This is your income. This is your income. And what I love is when I had a stack of 50, this is what surprised my heart. Just going to say. When I'm looking at these 50 wish lists and I'm like, I don't want to call these people. I thought, Emily, you want furniture or not? Suck it up. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to call these people. See, 17 years ago, we didn't have the option to text or inbox. It was physically boop, 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 or physically, you know, you had those kind of phones too. That's how we had to call 17 years ago. There was no quick text, copy and paste, send here, send there. I don't even want to hear that if you're complaining about that. This was individual phone calls. That's how bad I wanted my furniture. That's why I sold $10,000 in 6 weeks. So you got to decide what is the goal on that. But this is what surprised me. Is when I thought about furniture, I had all these wish lists. And then I thought, Emily, one, this was a security blanket. Because the conversation is, I sat with her. I actually have her list. She wrote down things she wants. It's kind of like the best honey-do list ever. Hello, I'm totally setting you up for an awesome night. Like, this list was my security blanket to call. It's not like it's a shot in the dark and I'm trying to, like, just sell something. I sat with your wife. I have her list. This was my security blanket. There's something powerful in this. This is what you do for the next 3 weeks. And then, but this is what hit my heart, is when I didn't want to call, or when I got somebody that was rude, or when I got to know, because that's just going to happen. Oh my gosh. This is what I thought. No, one of these Santas is going to buy from her. One of these Santas has got to buy for her because I want to make her smile on Christmas morning. I got her excited. I saw her dreaming and smiling about I saw the look on her face when I said, I'm committed that you smile on Christmas morning. I said that to her. One of these three is going to get her something on this list because I felt responsible. I couldn't so if I had 50 wish lists, I couldn't let 50 women down. And you know, never in a million years would I've ever thought that would have happened to me. Never. And so it actually turned into the hunt with how many times, with how many different people can I make her smile on Christmas. And like, I couldn't wait to get to work after, you know, the Christmas break. I couldn't wait to show up because I knew I'd surprised a lot. Some of them probably even forgot we had the conversation. Some of them probably didn't even realize that I really took it serious. They obviously didn't know how bad I wanted furniture. But some of them probably didn't even realize how much I took it serious. But when they opened that box, I know what they all said. That Emily, she's a mess. Oh my gosh. And so I was so excited to get to work after the Christmas break because I was like, I love surprising you. I love you smile. I hope you were sweet to him because, you know, he did that, you know. I really became involved emotionally because I wanted that woman to smile. So I leave that with you. That fueled me a lot when I'm like, because when I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody's answering, da-da-da-da. That fueled me. Her smile fueled me. And my furniture was also in my brain. You commit to really making them smile, whatever the goal is, it will happen. So I will be sending an email with the wish list again. I sent them before, but I want to make sure you have that. And in the meeting, I also showed some cute tags to put on gifts, you know, fabulous, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to send that email out to you as well with some gift tags. But this is important. What I want to know for you, this is what I want you. I want you to email me, text me, or you can respond right on here. How many wish lists are you committed to getting? How many? Let's just do the math. So let's say you're committed to doing 50, and that's times 100. You realize that's 5,000. $50 times 50 wish list times 100 equals 5,000. That's a profit of 250, 2,500. Profit of 2,500. Profit 2,500. What are we doing? Let's go get some wish lists. We got 3 weeks, girls. Mark December 1st down. I want to see you then because these are like gold to you. I can promise you. I lived it. And this is perfect for your first year because you know what? After that, we'll give strategy for your customers you already have for some of you seasoned consultants. But this is for anyone. No training is needed. No product knowledge is needed. You rewind this and you get those words and you rock it out. I love you guys. Wish list. We're on a wish list frenzy for the next 3 weeks.